Thomas.
I'm Brian Campbell.
This is Morning Kombat.
Can we reveal now, Luke, that you and we're going to be in proximity this week?
Wednesday's show is our first show in studio back at the MK bomb shelter since the pandemic, basically. We are back just for a brief time. I thought it was going to be 2021 before we got back there, honestly.
We're going to crack a few cold ones with the crew. Shout out to Showtime and Malka. We're going to maybe turn on that camera and see what happens, right?
The next time we see you, it will be from the studio. We are so excited.
I can't wait to see what the old digs look like. Good old Orchids of Combat. Plenty of happy endings to come, Luke. I am so fired up.
Woo! All right. You ready? Should put your mask on, stupid.
Oh, sorry about that. Thanks, Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, here we go. Don't touch doorknobs. So we are here in Jersey. Brian and I are back in the bomb shelter because there's a pay-per-view, which we're not invited to.
All right, yeah.
This is where Jay masturbates, huh? Wow.
Woo!
Would you look at that? We are doing a bunch of stuff. We're doing some stuff for CBS Sports HQ. We're doing some stuff for the regular Morning Kombat, and we're doing some stuff for Showtime as it relates to the Davis versus Santa Cruz, press conference and weigh-ins, and then we are turning back into a pumpkin just in time for Halloween.
Oh, Orchids of Combat.
No one ever calls it that, but that's okay. We all called it the bomb shelter.
From the Armageddon bomb shelter to the bomb diggity. Started in the bomb shelter, now we're here. The nondescript Armageddon bunker somewhere in the swamps of Jersey.
And then out of nowhere, at some point during the quarantine, long past the point that the Robert Kraft scandal continued to be funny.
The old massage table, right?
Continues to call it the Orchids of Combat. No one ever called it that. When we did our last show in March, wasn't a motherfucker on the planet calling it that. Not even him. And then you fast forward one pandemic later.
Parlor of sin known as Orchids of Combat.
That's the guy I have wedded my career to at age 41. So pretty smart on my part.
I've got a nice umbrella here.
You got a motor, a Morning Kombat motor?
Yeah.
Did a face-off with Luke. This is the first face-off done in quite some time in this studio. What did you see when you looked into his eyes?
I saw uncomfortableness. I felt that he needed to sort of win that stare down for his own ego. So I looked at him, I cracked a smile, I kissed the ring, I said, have your moment right there. You know, if Luke was a prize fighter, he's very 3-round tough, but if you take him into life's deep waters, I think you can outlast him.
If you don't mind, I mean, you may have done it already too. Just grabbing some weird, intimate shots of the plants, and it's just some weird shit. Let's make it weird.
I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There's a void behind me. It's a piece that I'm missing. If you shot me right here through my heart, you'd still be able to see through my ISO cam what I'm all about. Fucking, fighting, it's all the same, right? But when you get those two energies together, that line can be a gray area between love and hate, and that's really the spirit of this desk and what these two entities bring against each other, Luke and myself. So I thought we would immortalize it from those random Slovakian kickboxers who were so into the idea of fighting each other that they nearly fucked each other.
And we have arrived at the position where he can't go 5 minutes without making some kind of inappropriate reference to sexual contact.
Well, you just can't get through 5 seconds of conversation without going, dicks! Dicks everywhere, dicks!
I can't go into my phone around my family without the fear of someone's dick jumping out.
What would you say to some of the jokes about you guys acting as a married couple?
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Where are we going?
Take a whiz.
You know, I'll say this, if it is a marriage, it's full of passion still. We're still maybe in the honeymoon phase of the whole thing, but everyone's pretty happy for the most part. It is just that, you know, Brian and I find each other annoying and impossible to comprehend. That's why.
All right, Brian, are you ready, or do you need another 10 minutes to go piss and shit and everything else you do?
Such an a-hole. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
Do you need a chamber pot right here so this is going? I should say, BC, this is how they've been seeing us for the past 8 months, but maybe they could see us a little bit differently this time.
Oh, look at that. Got him. Yeah, all right.
There's like a feeling that when you know you're home. This feels like home when we get in here. From the bomb shelter to the bomb diggity, come back to Orchids of Combat, where all the endings by my contract states has to be happy. We're able to kind of just press pause on everything else and focus here on what really matters. Another man challenging another man to fight for each other's honor.
Or fist fight with your dreams.
It was a great reunion. It went in 2 stages. Once when the power was on, and then once after the power went off, and then came back on again.
You ask me right now, do I think Lima is top 10 pound for pound? I'm gonna say no.
Hey guys, we lost power.
Well, it wouldn't be a production with Jay, the producer, if it didn't have some egregious fuck up.
We are sort of, you know, in the political sphere, like the Kennedys. We have fresh ideas. We're challenging the norm. We're challenging the banking systems.
Do you believe that the Illuminati that really runs this world with the Rothschild family in the European banks, that they're possibly reptilian as well, or are we not going that far?
No, I read books, BC.
Jay is a spirit I really haven't seen since Sirhan Sirhan.
The guy could not be a bigger buzzkill on the air than being told that your parents were set on fire, you know, and you have to go identify their bodies. That really is the feeling that I get every time he comes on the air. Jay, do you have the air conditioner next to your audio system again?
The air conditioner has been turned off, so even though it's
can't hear
93
Jay.
degrees.
He's already effing this up. I'm gonna tell Jay what my parents have always told me throughout my life. You're a loser and nothing you do matters.
When it comes to the idea of ambushing something people think he built, this is all a long play, and we know this for Jay. You know, like we try to tell him, Jay, like, you know, really nice Back to the Future documentary. It's cool, bro. You had your moment. It's nice, okay? Gigawatts, plutonium, they're not real. You taking over this show, Jay, not gonna happen. So when we had sorry, the power went out as soon as Jay left the area. You know, I don't mean to be conspiratorial, but there's been a lot of government false flags that have been declassified, you know? You can kill the power, Luke can try to kill my energy. But, you know, one half of that equation is BC, makes it look easy. And my political dreams, they're my charm, they're very Kennedy-esque. And, you know, you can't kill that.
Oh, look and BC, make it look easy.
This is painful. This is tough. Now tonight we're gonna record
Yes.
room service diaries. That will be up in the morning, I think. I don't
2
think
drink minimum?
2 drink minimum. I tried to order 40s last night and they rejected me, by the way. I was gonna have some ready for your ass.
Oh, I'm sorry, real 40s, right?
Yeah, well, malt liquor. It's not. If you buy fucking Budweiser in a 40-ounce bottle, it's not a 40. That's just extra Budweiser.
Luke, you hate white people so much.
Why does liking actual malt liquor and understanding the difference between that and beer make me hate Whitey? What the fuck could be the connection there?
All right.
Anyway, that's Brian Campbell. I'm Luke Thomas. For everyone at Mulca and Showtime, especially the Mulca folks who dealt with the power outage.
You're not going to blame them.
May have caused it.
May have caused it.
The conspiracy we're not going to necessarily speak about. Thanks for watching, and may all your gains be loyal.
Okay. What am I going to pull out here for? I guess I'll use my laptop. BC?
Yo.
What time are we shooting? What you call it tonight? Apparently, people like it when we booze and then say things we'll later regret. So we do a podcast where we do that.
Then we get a little liquored up.
I don't want to go. We have to find liquor first of all, and I don't want to go too late because.
Neither do I, because I got homework to do. I got one.
Is it fixed?
Yeah. No, I got a new one from Courtney. Yeah, because I got a lot of prepping to do for tomorrow's Showtime thing. You know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're this guy, yes. You shit your pants?
Wish. Hello, everybody. It is, let's see, what is it? Thursday, the 29th. It's going to be episode 1 and the only episode of Room Service Diaries.
By your choice.
Jersey City Edition. Well, you barely made it to this one, guy.
People don't realize this. To be in front of a camera, Luke. Look, whether you believe that what we do in front of a camera is look. I've described your style as very masturbatory.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Say it like it's a bad thing.
My style is very predatory. I'm looking to enter your face hole or your ear hole, however you're you're acquiring this, and I want to feel like a blind man in an orgy. I want to feel around a little bit in there. Okay. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of effort. Right? Show Malka is filming a documentary on our return to the bomb shelter.
That's right, they are.
Okay, we're doing live streams with Showtime. By the end of a workday, screaming into a microphone, Luke, there's very little left in the tank, all right?
I stopped listening to you 5 minutes ago. Just want to point that out.
All right, we got audio coming into your ear buttholes. Your ear anuses.
Yeah. It's Friday, Morning Kombat, 11 a.m. Eastern on the YouTubes. We're back in the bomb shelter, Luke. I know you don't like to give picks, but there's a lot of fights that we need answers on today.
Hey, what do two 40-something white dads who are hungover think about combat sports? We've got just the show for you.
Plenty of nudes coming your way, deep in your face hole. Check it out, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Balls.
Third person, Gervonta Davis will not have any trouble making weight. Turns out he didn't. If you're telling me we're getting the very best of Gervonta Davis, you know he's going to be dangerous, Luke. From the opening bell in round 1 to however long this fight goes.
We're in the studio here, and candidly, I don't think it's going to be another 9 months before we're back. But I don't know when we're coming back.
Could you see a future in which we're live Monday, Wednesday, Friday? A lot of people say, BC, you got a platform. You're reckless. You taunt this man, calling him Dr. Luke Fauci. You go out without pants sometimes when you film this show in your basement.
Only in MMA where Tito Ortiz mainstreams QAnon is someone being like, hey, maybe we should listen to scientists But if you're Brian, apparently all this shit is negotiable because he came from a factory town, whatever the fuck that is supposed to mean.
For a grown man, right, who's seen the government secrets up close, who's done some shit, you'd think you'd be a little bit more open-minded to maybe we're not getting all the truths. I'm not talking about your mask, the camera guy. I'm not talking about the mask. You wear that mask. That's your call right there, bro. But I want people that are at least open to. You're saying there's a chance. It could be. I think Luke deep inside at night, right? When he gets all the medication, all the shit he has to do to calm down that den of sin that keeps him up at night inside his head, all the shit he's seen in his life, he says, I want to be free like that. I want to believe.
Have you ever met a conspiracy theorist who reminds you more of Winnie the Pooh than Brian Campbell? Meanwhile, I'm a little bit more like Eeyore.
Yeah, I'm the sauce, bro. You're just in the end, you're an important piece of meat, but, you're an unseasoned dead animal at the end of the day, all right?
What Luke doesn't understand is that if you don't season beef correctly, it's just a dead animal. And while, Luke may bring, he's an ex-Marine sergeant, he may bring a powerful presence, he may bring a fandom, an established, audience, but he's just a piece of meat at the end of the day. If I'm not throwing that pepper on top of that steak, he's just another carcass.
How is it that I've managed to have a significantly wider audience than you by being
Luke,
being boring?
Luke, is it quality or quantity? Okay, what if I told you
both, bro.
In the history of my life, for example, if I was like, well, I slept with these 3 gorgeous women throughout my life, but then you're like, well, I slept with these hogs, baby, and I'm a more man than you. I'd be like, take your gross dick elsewhere, right? Right.
Dude, you need psychological counseling way more than I do.
I spent a lot of time with you in the last few days, Luke.
Dude, I thought it was a really good show. I got pressed into action to host this week, but Luke's like, oh, a little bit low energy after Luke's speech.
I mean, isn't the whole point to switch to you as the Friday host to really hit us home hard?
No, I gave you a chance to show the world that at least off camera you can be charismatic. There is an element to you like Jay.
What the fuck are you?
We're like,
dude, what is this bullshit where you think you've got the industry figured out and I don't?
It's a very obvious reason why I hosted today. Luke gets, Luke, like we said, Luke's style is very masturbatory in like its essence. He wants to be alone. He wants to have the control, and when he has that, there's no limit to the amount of stuff that comes out of him. But in the pair duo setting, I one time asked him, is 3 shows a week too much? And I think he said, look, I don't know if I have the fill. I don't know if I have the energy. I would like you to host at least the 3rd show each week to.
That's a nice sort of way of still not getting it correct. The basic answer is that we are still in the expansion from 1 to 3 shows each week, still trying to tinker with the format, what works, what doesn't. The original conception I even had for the show was that we would take turns alternating as hosts.
Yeah, why did we never?
I don't know.
That's what we're trying to figure
that
out.
part I can't quite figure out either. But either way, here's an easy way to correct that.
Because you know what?
Let's see how the show is different yet the same with Brian as the host. Not because there is anything lacking in the guy who has the bigger of the 2 audiences.
Well, here's the deal. You know what we avoid by having me host, okay? We avoid these moments where you're like, biggest story of the week, Conor McGregor, BC, I want to let you go first in a second, if I may. But first, what I'll do is I'll just look into the camera for the next 10 minutes. It's like, bro, this ain't the Luke Thomas radio show.
But do you know that I count the number of times I throw to you first, and I only take 1 question now first before throwing to you?
Well, then maybe
you have imagined a reality that is not
supported. You thought of me as an equal.
You have imagined a reality.
So now you're like, it used to be, I got to toss to him a little bit, but I'm going to take control. Now you're like, hey, why don't you just set me up for the whole show? That's really where you're going with this now.
No, the reality is you have imagined some kind of idea that you have come along to save me, rather than realizing we both can level up in our own unique ways by pairing as one another.
When you're a single guy, you're a little bit rough on the edges. You meet a nice lady, she cleans you up a bit.
You're not a nice lady.
I protect the brand at Morning Kombat by saving my hot takes
for the damn show. Luke is like parading them all over. I'll put a little bit on Instagram. I'll see if the public reacts well on Twitter. And you sort of practice it. Maybe that gets you more followers, Luke. But the thing is, I saved
exactly what it does.
my very best for this moment right here when we finally come together. So I was just flipping it up. I mean, it's a little weird. May all your gains, I mean, is that a weightlifting thing? May all your gains be loyal? What is that?
I don't know why that his whole shtick is let me team up on the part of the audience that takes issue with me, because you'll notice you're the one who takes the side of the audience. I never.
We're nobody without them, Luke.
I understand, dude. As somebody who's got an audience, trust me, I'm aware how it works. But I'm telling you, I don't ever take the side of your critics. Never. They are never part of my thought process. And you consistently align yourself with the people who have issues with me. Ask yourself.
These are the people that allow us to sit here.
Doesn't mean you have to indulge their every whim. You are the talent, not them. Treat it that way.
Well, I think we all sort of found out, once COVID hit, you got to make sure those relationships in your own house, under your own roof, are secure, because this shit will shake them. And and 2020's done even though it's separated us, Luke, I think it's also separated us emotionally too.
Yes. We work better in person, so you got to make some compromises along the way, but I prefer that to the alternative. So, listen, I come from divorced parents. I've seen what that looks like. This ain't even fucking close. We haven't punched each other yet.
Anyway, I thought we had enough. We have spent a lot of time together this week, but it was great to be back.
It was good to be back. Well, it is who we are at this point. It's different. You don't get the same kind of boring ass Stepford wife personality. I'm going to do nothing but X's and O's breakdowns. You get some of that with us, but you know what? I feel like the dick jokes are going to limit us, but they're going to free us at the same time. So long live dick jokes.
I think you saw how close I came to getting that joke in behind on Luke. And the thing is, like, he thinks like it's all a big joke, like, but tap or nap, bro. One of these days. Tap or nap, bitch.
Well, guy.
Yep.
Well, guy. Hater, big skater.
Be safe, Luke, okay?
Yeah.
Give my best to Abuela.
I always do.
Thank you very much. Have a good one, Luke. All right?
See you soon, asshole. I know you were doing games, because you can't be nice.
Luke, we had a great week, all right?
We did.
Okay. Bye, Luke.
Peace.
Thank you, staff of Philmalka. Appreciate everyone. All right.
Yeah.
We made good content this week, and I don't think anybody caught COVID, so we're doing pretty good, For Luke Thomas, I am Brian Campbell, Big Beige, Big BBC. May all your ex-lovers stay satisfied.